Hi everyone, welcome back to On the Road with Nana and Papa. I am currently in Bakersfield, California. I am at the animal shelter, city animal shelter for Bakersfield.
Yep, exactly.
And we have Josh here
Hello,
with
everybody.
us. And Josh is going to take us on a quick tour to see some of the animals that are available here and then to fill us in on some things that the shelter needs to run efficiently. So let's get going with that.
So we'll do a little bit of talking right here before it gets too loud in the kennels. Once we go right out that door, that's where all the dogs are as well. We're not going to show you the whole entire tour, but we'll definitely show you a little bit of the layout as well. Maybe later we'll do a follow-up video and we can give you a full detailed tour on everything. But we are the City of Bakersfield Animal Care Center, and we are public servants for any of the city residents. We are open admission shelter, so we take in all dogs that are in the community, try to find their homes, if not put them up for adoption. But sadly, we are a kill shelter due to overpopulation, and we are trying to become a no-kill shelter, but we can't do it without the community support. Also, our shelter is very low funded. We have a very small budget and we have a very small team, but we have a high intake. So this is when we need people like you to come in and help us try to raise some donations. Some items that we are always looking for are treats, blankets, dog crates, so we can do flights and other transports to get them out of the country or out of the state. We are also always in the need for different type of cleaning supplies, from trash bags to laundry soap, like Dawn dish soap, to bleach, etc. And then we are always in need of office supplies, from computer paper to binders to computer sleeves, lamination paper, pens, markers, you name it. If it's an office supply you got laying around the house, think of us. We need it all.
Okay.
So now let's go see some dogs.
Yeah. And how many animals do you think you take in on a weekly basis?
On a weekly basis, we do anywhere from 150 to 200.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. And we only have 175 kennels.
Oh my goodness.
Hence why, unfortunately, we're forced to have euthanize for space. But we do a lot of out-of-state transports. We usually do about 2 or 3 large transports a month, sending them out to places like Washington, Canada, other areas that don't have an overpopulation issue like we do here. And then we try our best to try to offer as many community services as possible, like free public spay and neuter, free vaccines, etc., and just overall public awareness.
So monetary donations would help go toward that, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So monetary is always a way to go, guys, to help keep the population down. So, okay, let's take a look, see what you got.
So we got 3 main buildings, as you see here. We got A, B, and C. C is dominantly our large dogs, and then B is puppies, and A is dogs that are under 40 pounds.
Okay.
So these are our adoption kennels, so we'll just stay in the adoptions for today, but later maybe we can get back and we can show y'all more behind the scenes stuff, and maybe even take some dogs out later.
Okay.
So
yeah.
But if you're welcome to film some of the adopted dogs that we have available right now.
And I bet you have dogs of every breed, shape, size.
You name it, we got it in whatever color. Hey, what are y'all doing?
Hi there.
Come here, baby. Come here.
Well, hi there. They just don't get it, huh? They don't understand.
They don't understand. So a shelter is a very stressful environment for them, and which is why some of the things that we ask for is enrichment toys, treats, etc. We do have students that come and help us, and they kind of spend time with the dogs. Unfortunately, our staff doesn't have time to spend with the dogs. They're just taking care of their needs, like their food, their water, their cleaning, etc. So the more volunteers we have, the more dogs we can work with. The more dogs that we work with, the more we can keep them going stir crazy. Stir crazy is kind of like with us, like we get like cabin fever. You know what I mean? They need to work that brain just like we do.
Yeah.
So.
And you're at capacity always. Over capacity, right?
Yep.
Okay.
24/7. We actually, unfortunately, had to euthanize for space this morning, and we're already out of space.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Now, is there a particular breed that gets surrendered most? What I tend to notice when I go, I see either a lot of Chihuahuas or a lot of pit bull type animals.
Yeah, I would say pit bulls, German shepherds, Huskies. I would say we tend to, you'll see more shepherds and pit bulls and huskies also in the shelter at a time. Doesn't mean there's more coming in. They're just the ones that are harder for us to get adopted. So we end up just collecting a bunch of them.
And they are so smart, and pit bulls are so loving. They have such a bad rap, but we have a pit bull, and our they are the best dogs, the most loving dogs.
They're my easiest dog to assess.
Yeah.
So the thing is, all the dogs that are in our adoption kennels, these are all ones that have gone through already 3 different stages of assessment.
Okay.
We have, since we are a kill shelter, the ones who do portray any type of behavioral issues, especially reactivity, aggressive, or even dog aggressive, or dog reactivity, they're the first ones to be euthanized.
Right.
So usually once they make it up here, these are your most highly adoptable dogs.
Okay.
And these are probably dogs that were already pre-socialized. Like, we didn't do any work with these dogs. These dogs are just naturally friendly, happy-go-lucky, bubbly, etc. So another thing too is that anyone who adopts from our shelter, all of our dogs come fixed, update on all their vaccines, including rabies, deworm. They get a full medical exam, full behavioral assessment, everything. So we try to make sure that they leave here happy and healthy, and the new owners, all they have to do is focus on loving the new dog. They don't have to focus on all the medical or the vetting that goes into it.
Now, in my family, we always adopt our animals. And I honestly think that they know that they're getting a second chance.
They
and
absolutely
they
do.
are so appreciative of that. And I honestly believe that all the shelter dogs, they do. They realize that, they are getting this second chance. And adopt, don't shop is more than a cliche. It really needs to be a way of life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that would, if you adopt and don't shop, that's going to bring down, let's face it, puppy mills are a huge problem.
Yeah.
So that it has 2 benefits. It clears the shelter and it will shut
You
down.
gotta think too, a lot of those dogs that you're getting from a breeder, they're coming unfixed. And
Yes.
there's a lot of accidental litters going out there because those people are not being responsible.
Yeah.
So we already kind of know that most of these dogs probably came from either accidental breeding or purposely breeding, because 99% of our dogs come here unfixed.
Right.
If they did come from a shelter, or if they did come from a rescue organization or adoption agency, they would have been fixed.
Right.
So this is telling us that there's still a problem in our community where people are breeding dogs, and we got to cut at the source, or otherwise we're never going to stop euthanizing. We always say here, we're never going to stop killing dogs if they never stop coming in.
Right.
So we got to beat it at the source.
Okay. So, as you guys can see, there's kennels on both sides. Like he said, there's 3 buildings, guys. The animals they're at capacity, they're over capacity. It is springtime. I bet you're having an influx of kittens
We
at this
have
time.
an influx of kittens and puppies. We're currently sitting on about maybe 6 or 7, if not even 8 nursing moms, like dog moms. I don't even know how many cats. Most of the cats are usually in foster, so we don't really see them, but here on location. And then I would say maybe over 1/3, if not closer to 1/2 of our population is actually puppies.
Okay. Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah. I do know that there is a breed, and it seems to me to be quite popular. It's the French Bulldog.
Oh, yeah.
And I have...
It's caused an epidemic.
Yeah, and I have seen cross-ancestral type breeding,
Yep.
and it's causing some issues with some of the puppies.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. We're seeing a lot of that, a lot of breathing issues, a lot of skin issues,
Yeah.
a lot of ear issues. A lot of them are even coming out paralyzed.
Yeah.
So it's getting worse, and unfortunately those Frenchies that get dropped off here are the ones that are the special needs ones.
Right.
So we see a huge influx, and we've seen a lot of dogs, kind of like waves of breeds that are kind of became very popular, but we've never seen it as bad as the Frenchies. A lot of times we saw a lot of Dobies, a lot of Rottweilers, all that, but they were all healthy. Some of them, you definitely tell they were show dogs, but they were healthy. But majority of these Frenchies that are being bred, they have medical issues, and a lot have behavioral issues.
Yeah, and I mean, let's face it. AKC papers and all the different registration papered dogs.
Yeah.
doesn't mean they're better pets. And
No.
if you're not going to have your dog in the show ring and doing that type, it's really unnecessary.
It really is.
You know?
Let the professionals handle that.
Yeah.
You know, no amateur breeding it should be allowed
No.
at all. I'm all for keeping the breeds alive and healthy
Right.
and bettering the breed, but let's face the facts. Majority of people will do it wrong.
Right. Okay, Josh, well, let's just take a quick look into like the puppy room and then I'll let you go. How's that?
Okay,
Let's do that. Yeah, we actually fostered doggies for a while, my husband and I. And the one that always sticks out was a mama dog. She was an English bulldog. She could not stand. She could not walk because she was only in a crate her whole life. Bred, and then bred again and bred again. She had scars that looked like cigarette burns on her head. She was older, and we were a foster failure. We ended up keeping her, and we gave her the best 3 years of her life. That's all she had
That's all you
left.
can do.
You
You know,
know.
it's better than a dog dying in a shelter, dying in the streets.
Yeah.
Just try to give the best life you can for as long as you can.
Yeah, and the way people treat animals, I mean, I think there needs to be more severe consequences for it.
Well, absolutely. I mean, they're still not considered beings; they're still considered property.
Right.
That mindset has to change.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I'm get tired of when people say it.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
what is it? And I
Yeah.
was like, what she is.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, so it's awesome. So we are going to go into puppy room. Our
Okay.
puppies are very, we keep them quarantined.
Okay.
So no touchy.
Right,
No
okay.
nothing. Eyes
None of
only.
that. Okay.
You know? So
Let's do that.
They are. We're a high intake shelter. So all disease kind of funnels in here. So
Okay, yeah.
we have to make sure our puppies stay healthy at all times.
Yeah.
And our team does really good at that.
Yeah.
So cross contamination is a big risk. So,
Yeah. Okay, no touchy, guys.
so they can't touch.
Yeah, they can't. You guys.
We can
yeah,
rub
you-
the camera on them, I guess.
Yeah.
Sorry, the lighting can't see.
Oh, guys. Now these dogs are from what age?
So, normally 4 months down, but we have some that have been here longer, so they kind of already.
Okay.
Older.
And they do get excited when people come in, don't they?
They do. Our puppies are definitely socialized.
Yeah.
Those are-
Look at them. You are a sweetie. You're gorgeous.
You can
You
see
got
the trend.
Yeah.
The long breed puppies, they end up kind of growing up here, and then eventually we have to euthanize them.
Yeah.
So, our average length of stay for most dogs is 6 weeks, but for puppies, we've extended.
Well, look at this little one down here, guys. This is a little tiny one. Well, hello.
Yeah, so this is one of our nursing moms.
Yeah.
But that was fine. So they are kind of being weaned off, and they're going to get ready for adoption very soon.
Oh, that one kind of looks like he may be a little runty, huh?
Yeah, that was definitely a run.
Okay. So I'm not, Josh he is working, and he graciously took this time out to talk with us, so we appreciate that, Josh. Let's go back in, and there is a wish list. I want to get that.
Okay.
And we'll talk a little bit more about that. And guys, in the comments on this video, I'm going to put my GoFundMe link. Just click on that, and a $5 donation will go a long way. So it will buy a bag of treats, it will buy a bottle of dish soap. It doesn't have to be a big donation. Every dollar counts.
And a lot of times people just have extra supplies laying around the house.
Yeah, yeah.
We don't care if that bottle's already open.
Yeah.
It could be halfway full. We'll use it.
There you go. Okay.
So we have a QR code
Okay.
that goes to our donation wish list.
There you guys go. Go ahead and look at that. Pull that up on your computer, your iPhone, your tablet, whatever you're using. And
Is this more of like a local channel?
yeah,
As well?
yeah.
It can also help promote our car show.
Okay,
Our
yeah.
car show is May 2nd.
Okay.
So we're trying to raise some money for the shelter for
Okay.
our like programs like our spay neuter vaccines and all
Uh-huh.
that stuff gets expensive very quickly, especially with our economy right now. Everything's just going up in price
Right.
as well. So it's free to the public, but we are asking a registration fee for people who want to actually bring their cars in and
Okay.
enter into the show as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We have a huge kid zone. It's going to be very family friendly. We're going to have a lot of dogs up for adoption. We're going to be waiving the adoption fees that
Okay,
day,
awesome.
etc. So
That's
anyone-
it, guys. You heard that. He's going to waive all adoption fees May 2nd for the car show. And that's going to be here on this location. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's going to be here in shared parking lot with our
Okay.
neighbor.
Okay.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Well, again, thank you for your time. I
no
really
problem.
appreciate it. You guys, again, I'm going to drop that link in the comments. And real quick, let's go over adoption fees. How much are those for?
So our regular adoption fee is $50, but we're constantly having specials. So watch our specials.
Okay.
Like I said, like next weekend they're going to actually be waived. So
Okay.
everyone come out next weekend if you're interested in a dog. We're going to have a lot of students here who've been working with the dogs, and we have a lot of staff. All staff will be present as well who know these dogs, and they'll help match you up with
Okay.
the correct dog.
Very good. Well, thank you, Josh, so
Not a
much.
problem at all.
And one more time, give them the address here.
So we are the City of Bakersfield Animal Care Center. That's 201 South Mount Vernon. And we're just right here off the 58.
Okay, you guys stop by, say hi to Josh, and tell him that Nana sent you. All right, bye-bye.